Hi everybody. I wanted just to take a little bit of time to say hello and to share a few things, and I thought it was about time that I did a video with me in it, and find a find a special moment when we can do, or Evie and I can do a video together, and she's not eating, which isn't very often. Yeah, so I've been thinking about a lot about things and writing a few bits down, and just a few things did turn into a bit of a memoir, a bit of a probably an ongoing waffle. But I do hope that you'll stay with me for a few minutes to listen and to digest it, and I hope it means something to you. So yeah, it's a reflection on recent events, and also thinking of almost 14 years of having a hen rescue stroke hospice, because I have had so many. I've got little face peering through the window. I have had a whole number of special needs hens, and that does change things, complicates things even further. They are just magical. I wouldn't change it for the world, but it does make things tough. And yeah, sort of reflecting on it all, on what's gone on, and you don't often get to mourn and to grieve over hens, because there's always somebody else that needs you. So I just basically, the first thing I wanted to say was just to thank everybody for their love and support and friendship and understanding and just being there, because it means the world to me. Often it can feel quite lonely at times, and I know that there's lots of other people out there doing similar, and also just loving the hen videos and loving everyone. I mean, she's so precious, isn't she? And so you keep my heart full, you keep me going when things are really difficult, and yeah, just it's very, very, very special. And yeah, our hearts continually break when we do this kind of work, and we often don't know where to put that grief, to put that energy. It can be quite debilitating, and so having other people there that understand and care is a huge thing. It's a huge deal. And of course, when I had my fall a couple of weeks ago onto concrete, it was really scary, really painful, and really worrying, because not only did I have Selly in my hands that I was very frightened of dropping. Fortunately, I didn't. It frightens you, you think, how on earth am I going to look after these animals if I'm laid up, or worse. It's really, really horrible. And yeah, it's you start thinking all sorts of things, and I have had a number of bad falls in my life, and very bad accidents, and so falling headfirst onto concrete brought back a whole load of memories, and I was really frightened as to whether I'd crack my head and knock my teeth out and everything else. But I've been healing fine, and everybody's okay, and that's all that matters, and we have to move on. But we can't help but go through a whole period of anxiety when these things happen. So it was kind of the icing on the cake for a whole domino effect of awful things that have happened, you know, sad sudden deaths of hens, and of friends, many friends and family members, and all sorts of worries. And so it was kind of a big kind of icing on the cake. And I sort of had a real kind of, I don't know, I fell into a very dark kind of place when I fell, and I was looking at myself and I thought, you know, I can't carry on in this sad, depressive kind of state. And it was so I guess it was the turning point, and I said to myself, right, you know, I've got to buck my ideas up a bit, give myself a kick up the backside, and start looking after myself a bit better, and you know, just trying to be positive and for the animals. Yeah, just to sort of keep going. And because I've sort of by myself a lot and doing things 24/7, and I don't really go anywhere, and I think, you know, it can be all very all consuming and intense at times. So I guess I just need to get a bit of my spark back, and keep the vision of what I'm trying to achieve. And don't get me wrong, I take the greatest pleasure in the small moments and the simple things, and I don't actually need very much, and it is all absolutely beautiful. It's not all you know, sad, but I think it's because when the love is so great, the sadness is going to also be great, isn't it? And I'm just looking to the future with regards to where we go from here, and whether you know, at times you think, can I keep rescuing, because it's so hard, because of money, because of space, and all the compromises, and I don't want to stop doing it. But I do feel that I do need to take a little short stopgap of a couple of years, once all these gorgeous souls have either gone off to more exciting places. I say going off to college when they reach their final days. I wouldn't actually part with anyone to give them away or anything like that, but we would like to move somewhere more rural and do this on a much grander scale. But in order to do that, it's going to take a lot of renovating of this house in order to sell it. Yeah, we've got a long way to go, and also to go out there and explore and to see where we really want to be. So it's not going to be for a little while, but I think there will be a short time where I I probably will have to transport a few with us, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, I've basically had 2 nights away in about 14 years, I think, and I don't like to compromise. I like to give it 100%, and when they are very vulnerable, I just don't like to leave them, and that's that. So legacy, I want to talk about, because it's something so vital to me, and it's the passing on of compassion, the passing on of ideas and a way of living, and of all that stuff. And I want to leave a big legacy for my brother and my dad, and lost them a long time ago, and also leave a legacy for Will and for my mum and for me. Sorry, distracted out there. And I want to keep lighting the fire in people's hearts so that people will carry on doing what I'm doing when I'm not here. And I think, as you know, a lot of us who rescue animals, you know, as well as people that have small children, we all worry about if anything happens to us, and you know, we don't want to leave vulnerable souls without the love and care that they deserve. So I'm very passionate, very focused on building a trust fund, a willable business that keeps growing, that keeps compounding, whether I'm here or I'm not. I don't want to worry about the future. I'm very fed up with worrying about the future. I don't want to worry about not having enough funds and not being able to take on more animals in the future, not being able to afford vet visits and all that stuff. So I just want to be smart with building a legacy. And I know that there's a great calling on my life to keep doing this. It truly is a vocation. I want to keep serving animals and continuing to love them. Look at the feet. No. Whoop. So, the journey's going to be lifelong of rescue. And for 14 years ago, almost, when I left the film industry, it was under quite a great deal of stress at the time, of family loss and everything. Moving to a farm, finding peace and sanctuary, and not knowing what sort of changes would come and how we were going to deal with the process of rescue. And we fell in love with all these hens, and that was that. And from that point on, I didn't want to go and do 14, 16, 18 hours of film work and long theatre shows and all of that, because of what I'd taken on. So I wanted work that was on my own terms, and initially I wanted that to still be creative stuff. So I managed to do bits and pieces, but more and more I needed to be present, so everything had to fit in around the animals and suit the way of life. And so I was always writing anyway, and the writing became much more about animals, animal welfare. And then having worked with kids and done lots of performance things with children, I wanted to focus in on children and writing books about animals and compassion. So that's very much my legacy, writing storybooks. And I hope that they will do well and bring in some kind of recurring income. We've also got a plant-based cookbook that we're working on, and we have a Facebook page that's all about plant meals, easy plant meals. So that's really, really exciting. And of course our branded clothing, that's growing and really, really special to us. And all the clothing, as well as our logo on it, has got a message of compassion. So my goal is to share those messages with the world and change the lives for these dear little souls And of course, I also have my plant products, so plant wellness, nutrition and skincare, which I have been an ambassador of with Arbonne for 16 years, which just seems unbelievable. And so I have been learning about legacy through them, because that's what they offer. A compound income, and also been learning about the power of plant products and safe, pure ingredients on the skin. So that's another thing that I really love. And I saw how powerful it was as a vehicle, and that it was a lifelong commitment. And I've always researched the ethics thoroughly, the long-term plan, the community, the vegan promise, the sustainability B Corp promise, the social selling aspect that was always, sometimes a confusing thing for people, not sort of misrepresented, misunderstood. Direct to your door, there's a lot of power in that. And it makes products so much healthier when they don't go through all the process, and you know that everything in the product is going to be really beneficial, and not full of chemicals and bulking ingredients. You are actually paying for a good quality product. So Arbonne do offer the very, very best and promote powerful plant pure products that can transform so many people's lives. And as well as offering wonderful products, they also offer a way that people can build a trust fund by sharing these products with lots of other people. And together we build a community of people choosing much more ethical, much more safe products, and therefore other brands are pushed to the back, because they are not thinking about people's health, they're not thinking about people's future, they don't really care. So this is all important stuff to me. And every time somebody purchases product, they get it direct, and all the money goes to my animals. They have an incredibly strong heritage, for anybody that doesn't know about Arbonne, and it all aligns with my values about the planet and about the ordinary person being able to flourish and to build a legacy, to build a business, to plant those trees, to plant those seeds. And it shouldn't be about corporation when it comes to health. It should be about communities, it should be about allotments, safe spaces. Everyone should have the chance to have money for the things that matter to them, and be able to then give that money away. To charities or wherever they want to do. So I want to be that £250 person in life, just as people have done for me with the Animal Sanctuary, where people anonymously donate or repeatedly send money in our darkest hour, and you think, how lovely is that? How kind is that? Whether it's £10, £5, £1, 200, 250, whatever it is, the fact that that person's thinking of you and has that to spare means the entire world to me. I just think that says so much about someone. And I want to be able to do that. I don't want to just get by and look after what I have right in front of me. I want to think, right, I can I can send my money here, there and everywhere. You know, that would just be the most incredible thing in the world. So that is the goal. I hope you're still with me. So that is my dream. And to do that and have money aside takes focus, and it takes a goal and a vision, which I certainly do have. And focusing on the power of change and shifting perspectives on health. And one voice at a time, whether it's to do with talking about chickens, talking about plant health, talking about anything, we have to use our voice for good. And we all want to create a ripple effect in the world and do as much as we can while we're here. We want to inspire and we want to make an impact. And I always follow my heart. I know a lot of people do. And we want to give it fully, and we want, we want to fulfill our purpose. And my brother didn't get talking about skin and wellness. My brother didn't get the choice as to what products he put on his skin. So he had very harsh things put on his skin. He had skin cancer for many, many years, and I made a promise that I would share all my knowledge with as many people as possible to make other people's lives better. And I will continue to do that. I think I'm going to put her on the floor. Sweetie. Yeah. So human to human, social selling, social sharing, to create change. I knew that I was suited to it because I understood it from day one, about sharing a message that was important to me. I didn't really see it as anything that was to do with sales. It was about important messages. There's a big difference in that. So it starts with me being the voice, and then it becomes so much bigger the more people that know about it. It creates community, collaboration, creates great vision. I'm going to do a second video because I realise this has gone on really long, so please come back to me.